Hello, everyone, and good evening to you, wherever you are watching from, either in Nigeria or outside Nigeria. Good evening, good evening, good evening. So, good evening, wherever you are watching me from, whether in Nigeria or outside Nigeria. I want to specially welcome you to this program, Part 12 Creation. If you can hear me, you can say hi to me on your end, or you can give me a thumbs up. You can do it this way, or you can wave at me. I want to especially welcome you. I want to be sure this is working. So you can hear me, just give me a high five. This is another wonderful Friday, and I want to sincerely appreciate your commitment and consistency, dedication to this program. Path Toward Creation is a platform that is designed to educate, impact, and empower young generations, including millennials, Gen Zs, and new beginners to real estate investment. Now, under these new beginners, there is no age limit. It can be as old as 50, 60, or even 70. Or you want to gain some knowledge about real estate investment. It is a platform you can afford to miss because I'll be bringing up to date what is happening in the real estate sector, especially in Nigeria. So I wanted to stay close to this program every Friday as I'll be sharing valid information, data-driven information that can guide you to make intelligent decisions in real estate. So welcome to this platform and welcome to this program. It is free and it is a platform you can afford to miss every Friday at 7 p.m. So welcome you once again. Last week, we looked at a very interesting topic, the life journey of Femi Otedola, how he started from 0 naira to raising some of 10 million naira startup capital. How he started from zero, at the age of 7, he has dived into the world of business. And that's one thing I've learned about some people, you know, at an early age, they've started learning how to do business. And that alone has positioned them to take a lead in their in the future because they've started the journey at an early age. A lot of people have no idea on how to run a business until after they graduated from school. We all studied business study, right? Or we all read business study. Then we don't have what we call business study and practice. So even though we're taught how to manage, how to run a business, we had no practical knowledge of it. But some people, because of the environment they grew up from, they've been able to learn how to run, how to start, run, and manage business, which is very key. And it's also a pathway to being an entrepreneur. Running a business, successful business, is a pathway to becoming or to become an entrepreneur. And so many people have learned it from their early age. Some people learning along the way because of the circumstances that they found themselves when they were in school. Some people train themselves out of school. So as a result of that, they've been able to learn how to run and manage a business even while they were in school. So when they graduated, they just follow their passion. And it's still happening even up to now. So, but the good news is there is no age barrier when it comes to running and managing a business or being an entrepreneur. There is no age barrier or limit. I've read about big entrepreneurs who started at 60, at 50, and they were able to make a significant impact in their generation. And you are lucky that you are part of this program at this stage of your life. So, in other words, you can as well start planning and learning how to run or set up a business to build sustainable wealth, which is also part of wealth creation. So, if you are just joining us for the very first time, I want to specially welcome you to this program. My name remains Simeon Umar, and I'll be anchoring this program till around 8 o'clock. Today, I'll be sharing a very interesting topic. And before then, I want to also um, welcome you to the month of December. This is the last month in the year 2025. So we thank God from January to this moment, and we are rounding up the year of 2025. And something that is important even before you enter the year 2026 is to plan ahead, to prepare yourself even before the new year comes in. Because that is what many of us don't really know. Every organization by now must have prepared or planned their budget for the year 2026. Those who have not, they are going to certainly do it before the half, before this year, before this month gets to 15, or before the end of this month, they are going to come up with their own plan and budget for the year 2026. And many organizations have already done that already. And also state governments have read Osun State budget, Lagos State budget, Abia State, Enugu, and some other states in Nigeria. They've already planned ahead for the year 2026. In other words, there is nothing that they are going to do for the year 2026 that are not being part of their budget. In fact, you have also been part of the budget, and that's one of the things I'll be discussing this evening. You have been budgeted already, directly or indirectly. If we are working in an organization, you have been budgeted already. The company has set their budget for the year 2026, what their income is going to be, and what their expenses or expenditure is going to be. They've already made provision for the year 2026, and you are already one of those people that have been planning ahead for. If the company is planning to generate 7 billion, for instance, they've also calculated the human capital. And if you happen to be one of the human capital of that organization, they are going to also assess your performance for the year 2026 to see how your contribution can add to attainment of the budget. So your salary has already been computed for the year 2026, and you are going to be assessed according to your performance. So it is very important that you pay you take the time to plan yourself. It's very important you take time to plan for the year 2026. The government, they've already set out their budget for the 2026, how they are going to generate their income and how they are going to spend it. Dangote has done that, and so many other organizations. You are being included in the budget for 2026. As a matter of fact, the election is around the corner, and every politician, they started strategizing what they are going to do for the year 2026 to 2027. So they've already calculated the number of votes they are going to be getting. And if you are there telling me that you are not going to vote, no problem. You've been planning along already, because INEC will also come out to tell us the number of votes they have. And they will also tell us the number of people that refuse to vote. So if you are here listening to me, whether you vote or not, you are already been planned for. People have already planned you ahead. They've already set you as their goals for 2026. So why can't you also sit down and ask yourself, what do I want to achieve in the year 2026? What are the things do I need to put in place to generate more revenue or income? How do I spend my money? What are the things that will take the large chunk of my income? How do I create more sources of revenue for myself? So these are the things you need to plan even before you enter the year 2026. And I'm going to be guiding you on how to do that. If you want to invest in real estate, what are the expenses you are going to incur in the year 2026? How do you plan your investment for the year 2026? What are the things that is taking your money on a weekly, daily, or monthly basis? What are the things you need to take out? And what are the things do you need to add up? You can't just go into any world without making adequate preparation, because it is those preparation that will guide you on how to strategize and win a battle. So if you are here listening to me, it is very important you sit down after this program and ask yourself, how do I plan for the year 2026? Because like I said, preparation is the foundation of any great achievement in life. So make a conscious effort to plan for the year 2026. Day before yesterday, I was just online and I saw different buses that were branded with our current president. In other words, they've already planning for campaign for the year 2026. In another year, now we'll be having another election. So if the first year is about to end by next year, another year is about to start again. So if you don't plan for the next 4 phases of election cycle, you have a lot to lose. And you can't even blame anybody. In fact, even if you blame anybody, you can't really correct anything, because that correction is something that is beyond your control. So it is very important to plan yourself carefully even before the coming year, so that you can know how to apportion your income and how to generate and manage your income, and how to also manage your expenses accordingly. So today we'll be having a very interesting topic that I titled how to set your real estate investment goal for 2026. But before I do that, let me quickly make an announcement. By January next year, I'm going to be introducing what I call Wealth Creation Network. Wealth Creation Network. It is going to be a platform where we'll be having practical application of what we have been teaching here. And I'm going to structure it in such a way that at the end of the year 2026, we can identify, we can really know the what we've been able to achieve, and now we can plan to invest what we've done. Now, this is what I'm going to do. Wealth Creation Network is a practical aspect of this program. And what I'm going to be doing is to set up a WhatsApp forum. I'm going to share the link by January because I need to just guide, I need to educate you on how we are going to set up that platform. This is going to be a practical aspect of this program. I'm saying it again because if you want to really experience wealth, there are certain things you also need to do. When I started this program, I quickly identified different categories of real estate investment and also talk about your mindset. Wealth is a thing of the mind. It's about mindset. What you can think of or what you can imagine, you can receive it or you can attain it. So you need to start correcting your mindset about wealth. And having done that, you now begin to take practical steps on how to ensure that that mindset turns to a reality. And that's what I'm going to do with this Wealth Creation Network. What I'm going to do is every single individual that will be in this platform, we are going to be contributing 20,000 naira. The minimum amount we'll be contributing is 20,000 naira on a monthly basis. I'm going to bring out my calculator and see so that you can understand what I mean. By the way, you are not sending it to my own account. You are going to be creating a separate account for this purpose. Yes. If you can do this for the whole year, I'm going to tell you what you are going to achieve. I only need about 30 people, first 30 people, to do this together. And this is how wealth is being built. The people you see as wealthy men and women today, this was how they started. They didn't have everything in their account, but they started with something. And this is one of the secrets of the wealthy people. Now, like I said, Wealth Creation Network, of course, is a platform you can also network as well. We are going to be creating a separate account. You will have your own account. I'm going to be having my own account. All of us will be creating accounts from any of these fintech or digital bank. I've created PiggyVest for over a year now, and I can tell you for free what I've benefited from that account. And I've also encouraged or advised many people to create an account with PiggyVest. You can choose any other platform that you are familiar with. It may not be PiggyVest like me, but you can just choose another platform that you can save money on a monthly basis. You will create that account for yourself, not for me. I will create my own account. You will create your own account. And on this platform, we are going to be sending the debit alert on that platform on a monthly basis. Now, let me do the calculation. Let's say, for instance, you are able to open that account and you deposit 20,000 as a minimum amount towards your investment. When you multiply 20,000 by 12, by this time next year, December, you'll be able to save a sum of 240,000 naira. That is it. In other words, in your own savings account, you'll be able to deposit a sum of 240,000 from January to December. Wow. Now that is only you. Now let's now multiply it by 30 people, because this platform will have at least a minimum of 30 people. So multiply 240,000 by 30. Multiply by 30. That is a sum of 7.2 million. If you deposit 240 at the end of the year, and another people in that same group deposit 240,000, by this time next year, we've been able to save 7.2 million naira in a year. Now, the secret is you are already a millionaire. That group, we are already a millionaire because we've come together to contribute a sum of 7.2, even though it is not in the same account, different account. But when we take account of what we've been able to save collectively, that is about 7.2 million. Now, this is what I'm going to do for you. At the end of the day, we are going to use this sum amount of money to buy a plot of land. It might be one, it might be two, it might be three, depending on the location, states, or the area. Now, this is what it means. If you are able to buy a property worth 7.2, we are going to see this property grows for the next 3 years. And then we resell again. Either 3 or 5 years, we resell again. When we resell this property, we'll go higher to another level. Probably that property must have worth 10 million after 3 years. When we do property valuation, of course, it will be from that same group. We are going to put that same money into another property. And that is how we become millionaire. That is how we are going to be building our own wealth. That is how we begin to manage our own wealth. And that alone, we are laying the foundation to be wealthy. This time around, we are going practical. This time around, we are not talking about theory. This time around, we are making it big. And why did I choose PiggyVest? This is what I'm going to do on that platform. By the time I identify everybody in that group, I will personally go to PiggyVest office. I bought this book this month, or last month rather, Credit Alert, how to sell to Nigerians. This book is fantastic. You know, the easiest way to sell to Nigerians. And the author of this book is a co-founder of Piggyvest. So I'm going to locate this man and discuss with idea with him and see how we can work together to ensure that that money is safe for real estate investment purpose. Let me quickly read a bit about this man. Ayo Akinola Ogbeni Focus is a tech entrepreneur, author, and sales strategist. He is a co-founder of Piggyvest, the parent company of fintech giants like Piggyvest and Pocket App, helping over 8 million Nigerians better manage their finances. So I have an account with them, and I can also locate this man to discuss this idea with him, that we have this group of people that are about to build wealth. And what we want to do is to be saving 20,000 minimum amount every month for the next 1 year. And at the end of the year, we are going to come together and discuss what to do next. If you're here telling me that, wow, how is it going to work? Just wait. Or if you say it can't work, what if it works? What if it works? If it doesn't work, you have your money in your account, which is 240,000 already in your Piggyvest account. And if it works, you are already a millionaire because you are part of the 30 people who have also opened the same account and put the money there. And in total, we are already having 7.2 million naira in that account. So we are going to be intentional about this project. It is what I'm passionate about, and we are going to execute it. That is practical goal that we are going to be setting for the year 2026. I'll be announcing this every Friday, and by January, we are going to set up that network, which I call Wealth Creation Network, WCN. Another thing we are going to be doing before the end of the first quarter of the year 2026 is to also have what I call Wealth Creation Conference. Wealth Creation Conference will be a platform or a program, physical program, where we are going to be giving you practical guides on how to invest in real estate. We'll be inviting speakers from Lagos to guide us on how to invest in real estate. So this program is not ordinary. It is going to change a whole lot of things. It is going to transform, it is going to empower, and it's going to impact you positively. So always be on this platform to get more updates. So that is that. WCN, Wealth Creation Network. Now, going back to what I have for us today on setting your goals for 2026. And of course, I'm going to be showing us key sectors. I'm going to be sharing with us about 6 sectors that will drive year 2026. I may not be able to finish this program today. This topic today. We are going to continue from here next week. That might be the part two of this same teaching, because I want to actually give you all the necessary information you need to know ahead of 2026. But it's very important you plan yourself ahead of 2026. You don't need to wait until we enter the year 2026. Set your goals and plan on how to achieve them. Now, what are these key drivers of Nigeria's economy for the year 2026? The fact remains that you and I, we are working under one or two sectors of the economy that contribute significantly to Nigeria GDP. And it is very important I identify these major sectors. If you are not in any of those sectors, but I can tell you for free, you are either spending money in that sector directly or indirectly. And you are going to be one of the major contributors, because as you are earning your income, you are also spending part of it in any of these sectors. So what is the essence of you earning money and spending them to promote or improve or increase the revenue of other company, or let me say other entity or sector, where you personally you have nothing to show at the end of the year? It is not really right. So it is very important you also plan very well for the year 2026. So these are the key drivers of Nigeria economy for the year 2026. I call them the leading sectors in 2026. I attended a program last week, Friday or Saturday precisely, and I also attended another one online on Thursday. And this was where I got to know the key economic drivers for the year 2026. And the first one on the list is creative sector. Creative sectors is one of the major contributor or major mover of fund in Nigeria. Creative sector consists of Nollywood. Nollywood is one of the largest three Nollywood in the world. Nigerian Nollywood, let me say creative sector, has the highest or the largest, is one of the largest Nollywood in the world. And this sector is one of the key driver of Nigeria's economy in 2026. You might have seen several actors releasing their movies. I watched The Head, you know, it just came out that was last month, The Head. And the movie was all over the internet. A lot of people were sharing their comments after watching the movie. It was a hit movie in the creative industry. And recently, Odunlade Adekola also released his own movie titled, I've forgotten the title now. Somebody should remind me. So he also released his own movie, and a lot of people have been giving their own feedback and comments about the movie. You know, another influential artist, or yes, actor or actress, is Funmi Akindele. Fumi Akindele will also be releasing her own movie, Behind the Scene, before the end of this year. And these are one of the drivers. Odunlade has made about 2 point something million or billion, I can't remember again, when he launched his movie. The number of viewers has increased dramatically. So people are watching it now, you know. And if you are someone that's view online, or you go to cinema, or you subscribe to any of the YouTube channel, or Netflix, or Prime, and you subscribe data on a monthly basis, that means you are already contributing to that sector, creative sector. And the creative sector is projected to earn 7.2 trillion naira for the year 2026. 7.2 trillion naira. That is what has been projected for this sector. And who are the key drivers? Nigeria has the largest youth population in Africa. So you and I are the major contributor to this earning or revenue that will be coming into this sector. So Nigerian youth on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, X, former uh, Twitter, will be contributing through their subscription to this revenue. So that means your income would eventually become another sector's income, or another influencer's income, or another actress or actress's income. Because the moment you receive your revenue, either salary or income, whatsoever you call it, you are going to buy subscription. You subscribe to data. And from your data, you go to Facebook, you watch any of this movie, your data is paying for those things. So if you are not careful, you have nothing to save at the end of the year 2026. So you need to ask yourself, how much do I spend on data? How much do I spend on internet? It is very important that you begin to ask yourself, how much will you budget for data subscription on a monthly basis for you to be able to save for your investment? Now remember, I said that there are two different ways of spending your money. The wealthy people, they invest, they save, and they spend. The poor people, they spend, they save, and they invest. So there are two different things, different approach on how to use money. So as I'm telling you now, I believe you have to reset your mind on how to use your money. So if I were to be you who wants to save 20,000 every month in your PiggyVest account, since you already know what you want to invest your money in, the moment you receive your money, the first thing you are going to do is to save 20,000 naira, even before you subscribe for anything, either data or internet subscription or paying anything at all. The first thing you are going to do is to save for your investment. That 20,000 should be deducted because it is going for an investment. But the poor people, they will spend everything and they will now say, oh, I don't have money again. I don't have anything in my account. I just spend everything, you know. So it's very important you think wisely. Save. Invest, save, and spend. Don't spend, save, and invest. It's very important. So, rapid digital adoption will also drive the creative sector. These are the things that will contribute to the 7.23 trillion naira for the year 2026. So the next thing that will also drive this revenue is Nigeria's digital creativity and local content creation. What I'm doing currently or now, I'm creating content and I'm being paid for what I'm doing now. So what that means is I am also spending my internet to create content. So I'm also spending my time to create content, even though what I'm doing now is an investment because I'm investing my time, I'm also investing in you. So definitely, what I'm going to do next year is to ensure that I have return from what I am doing now. So I'm actually investing my time and my money as I'm talking to you because what I'm doing now is to release value. I'm creating value and I'm going to get return at the end of the day. Because if somebody calls me now that he wants to invest in real estate, by virtue of listening to my program, I will be able to deliver value to such person. So as I'm talking to you now, I'm spending my money to subscribe and also invest in it at the same time. So I'm also a contributor to this revenue. That's what it means. So the key driver to creative sector is one, largest population in Africa during with largest population in Africa driving strong consumer demand. That means Nigeria has the highest youth population in Africa and will be the one driving this sector directly. So rapid digital adoption. Everybody wants to be using Android phone, smartphone, all those things. And the more you are buying these gadgets or devices, the higher your expenses. So whether you like it or not, you are going to spend your money on a monthly basis, except you are not using Android OLS or something, or what was the name of those devices again. So watch your pockets and how you spend your money. They'll be able to save 20,000 naira every month. At the end of the month, you have 240,000 naira investment. And when you pull it out and put it in real estate, you are already a millionaire. You are one of the 30 people that have already contributed 7.2 million naira to acquire property. By the time we monitor that investment for the next 10 years, that is one of the ways investors think. The poor people think about short-term benefit, while the wealthy people think about long-term benefit. The poor people go after MMM. They want a quick return on investment. That is how poor people think. They want to put in 30,000 naira, and in 10 days or 1 month, they will be getting 300,000 naira. But the wealthy people, they are ready to put in 30,000 naira now and wait for the next 10 years for that 30,000 naira to multiply to a sum of 3 million naira. They are ready to wait for the next 10 years. But the poor, they are ready to spend their money now. Either it's okay or not. And after 30 days, if they lose that investment, even though it is not investment in the first place, they'll begin to ask questions. The question they should have asked even before they put in that money. They are now asking those questions after they have lost the money. But in my own case, you ask all the necessary questions even before we go into it. I will be doing it as well. So where your money is, or where your money is going to, my money is going there too. What you are doing, I'm doing it too. And at the end of the year, we all have 7.2 million naira. We are already a millionaire. That is one of the secrets of wealthy people. They bring people of like minds together to pursue a particular goal. And when they achieve that goal, they go for bigger goals. And that is how they build their wealth. So if you can also key into this plan, in the next 5 years, when we'll be having our conference, which is Wealth Creation Conference, you will share your story. I'm going to share my story too. So that is that. The next sector I'm going to talk about is technology and fintech. This is another driver of Nigeria's economy for the year 2026. Technology and fintech. This sector is projected to realize a revenue to a tune of 2.9 trillion naira. The creative is earning 7.23 trillion naira, while the technology and fintech is earning a sum of 2.97 trillion naira. These are the projected revenue. Let me even ask you, if people can come together, sit somewhere to project what the revenue for 2026 is going to be, what is your own projection? What is your plan for the year 2026? And that is why this program is set out to guide you on how to make informed and data-driven decisions for the year 2026. So don't let 2026 miss you unaware. So who are the major contributor to this 2.97 trillion? One, increasing digital penetration and demand for digital services. Increase in digital penetration and demand for digital service. A lot of people just want to sit on their comfort home to order things online. Internet or digital platforms have made a tremendous impact in how we buy and sell. Fintech has simplified banking services. You can be at your home and open a bank account. Opay has taken over Nigeria economy. What Opay is contributing or what Opay is earning on a monthly basis is unimaginable. If you are here listening to me and you have open account, you are part of the contributor to this 2.97 trillion naira for the year 2026. You are buying data, you are also using Piggyvest, you are using Opay, you are using Money Points, any platform that is digital, you are being budgeted already. So if you don't have budget, I don't know what to call you. But sorry if I have to call you a fool for not having a plan for the year 2026. So the next thing is growth mobile connection. Growth mobile connection means a lot of people will be getting to a stage or to a, 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 a period of using new phones. Samsung will be releasing another phone. Um, Apple will be releasing another phone. Infinix, Techno, and many other phone production companies. They'll be releasing different different devices, different version of their products, and you'll be eager to buy any new gadget in town. The wealthy people don't think like that, by the way, but if you are someone who always loves buying new phone, you have been captured already. The moment you withdraw that money in your account and you buy that phone, you are contributing to revenue that is coming into tech and fintech. Because any application you download on your phone, you are also spending data to manage those applications. And you are spending money directly or indirectly. So, growth mobile connection, we are going to be having urban migration. People will be coming from villages to cities, and it will contribute significantly to the use of phones or mobile devices. So these are the contributors to the revenue that will be coming into tech into tech and fintech. There are many platforms through which you can save, you can buy, you can do transactions. All those things are also driving revenue for fintech and technology. Expansion in financial inclusion. Banking sectors or banking sector is doing everything to make revenue, to generate more revenue, and they are spending huge amount of money, they are investing huge amount of money into technology just to serve their customer better. So if you are one of them, if you are one of those who use any digital platform to do business transactions, you are also spending your money to make these people richer or this sector richer. So the question is to ask yourself is, how do you also plan ahead of 2026 for you to have your own investment? That is why this program is set up. Because if I don't tell you this, you may not know how to really plan your way to 2026. So the next thing is finance. Okay, expansion in digital inclusion through digital banking, thereby making finance work accessible for individual and SME. So what this one is telling us is fintech sector will be try everything in their capacity to make their service easy and seamless. And by so doing, they are also trying to buy you to subscribe to their products or services. So if you spend or download any of this app, you are already stuck. Your money is stuck already, and you are going to pay for it. The next sector, because of my time, because I can finish this today, by the way, I'm going to continue tomorrow. The next sector is manufacturing industry, and the projected revenue under manufacturing is 38.23 trillion naira. 38.23 trillion naira. The driver is this inflation. supporting consumer purchasing power and demand, increase in Dangote's oil refinery capacity. There are a lot of there's going to be a lot of manufacturing service or work in 2026. Dangote is expanding its production capacity to about 1.4 trillion barrel per day. I can't remember if I'm right. So this will also drive revenue. And many other manufacturing companies, you know, Ogun State, they are setting up some industries, Enugu State setting up industries, and of course, these industries also be creating job opportunities, no doubt. But it's now left for you on how you can also plan your way. And their own contribution is about 38.25 trillion naira. And of course, I also have electricity forbearance, thereby reducing their. Okay, federal government is also supporting, will be making a contribution towards ensuring that there is at least higher number of power supply compared to what we've been experiencing. So if there is good number of, if there is increase in power supply, that means we'll have more time to we'll consume more energy. That's what it means. We'll consume more energy. When there is power, when there is consistency in power supply, the consumption of light will definitely increase. If you're in band A, you might move to band B, or me. If you're in band C, you might move to band B. If you're in band B, you might move to band A. So if there is maximum, or let me say adequate power supply, it will definitely increase power consumption. As I'm doing this one, the power consumption is increasing. So I may not be able to finish this today because I want you to understand what 2006 has in store. Out of 5 or 6 sectors I want to talk about, I've only spoken about 3, and I don't want to rush it. I want you to know that your money has already been planned for already. That is, if you don't have any plan for the year 2026. And that is why setting these goals ahead is very, very important. You need to sit down and look at what you are earning currently and what can you do to increase your income. And if your income is not increasing, you try to see how you can reduce your expenditure. And if you can't even reduce it for any reason, discipline yourself to open that piggyvest account and start saving first. I'm going to create that platform by January. And the first 30 people, I will be teaching them. I'll be sending materials on that platform. You are going to be buying books too, because that's part of what I'm going to be doing. I bought a book recently, Parable of Dollars. How I can also spend my money, how I can turn my idea to money. Let me see. Okay, I have it. This is one of the books we are going to be reading in that platform, Parable of Dollars. And I also have another one, Think and Grow Rich. Yes, these are the books because you need to format your mind if necessary. You need to develop a wealthy mindset. I'm not going to leave you alone until you develop a wealthy mindset, except if they are not in that platform. And if you are not serious on that platform, I will take you out and we'll have another person to replace you, because this platform is practical. This platform will be for those who are ready to create their own wealth. It's going to be tough, but I can assure you that you are going to enjoy at the end, because it will require discipline, dedication, commitment, and determination. And I want you to achieve, if that is the only thing I'm going to achieve for the year 2026, I will clap for you. Yes. So by January, I'll be creating the platform that I call Wealth Creation Network, WCN, Wealth Creation Network. And the platform is what I call Investors Platform, where you will be saving 20,000 naira every month in your own account that will be created either with PiggyVest or any other fintech companies. And I'll be monitoring those payments. How? By you sending us your evidence on a monthly basis. If you can save it in one particular month, you tell us ahead. And what that means is the following month, you are saving 40,000 naira. And if you watch you for the next 3 months, you don't save anything, we are going to take you off that platform and we'll get a replacer. I tell you for free, some people will be contributing 20 or more than 20,000 on a monthly basis, but the minimum is 20. You can make it 40 or 50. If you're asking me, how are you going to get a property? Leave the house. The reason why you want to get this thing done is to be wealthy. And the money is not coming to my own account. It is coming into your account. And at the end of the period, on that platform, we'll be sharing updates, the kind of investment we are going to go into. So even before the end of the year, we know where we are going already, because I have a plan on how to judiciously invest that money. And after 3 years, we are reselling that property. That's what we call fractional real estate investment. You have a bit, I have a bit, others have a bit. And imagine contributing 240 by 30 people, making 7.2 million. We are already a millionaire. We are a group of millionaires. And in the next 4 to 5 years, we'll be billionaires. This platform will create billionaires, trillionaires, if there's anything like that, because I am determined to help you build sustainable wealth through real estate. So if you have any question to ask, you can chat me on my Facebook page, or if you have my private number, you can chat me. I'm ready to give you more information about what we are planning for the year 2026. So I may not be going, I won't be able to go through all the sectors. I'm going to continue from here next week, Friday. But what I want you to do on a daily basis is to keep thinking wealth, keep thinking wealth, and keep growing rich. Keep thinking wealth and keep growing rich. What you don't think about, you can become. What you don't think about, you can become. So think wealth and grow rich. Until I come your way next week, Friday, for another or to continue this same teaching, I want you to keep thinking wealth and grow rich. Thank you and God bless you. Bye bye.